Big news this week, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sorry if those terms offend you, not really though. Prepare for some grenades, libs. Woman.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Men. And here comes a nuke. Did you know that women were formed from the rib of Adam, a man? Oh, get over it, you baby feminazis. Adam was formed from dust. You don't see us complaining, do you? Who writes these monologues? We should fire them. You do. Or give them a bonus. Anyway, let's do work. Shelby American is commemorating the 100th anniversary of its founder's birth in the most Carroll Shelby way it can. That's right, boys, that means a hot rod version of the 2023 Mustang GT, supercharged to make 750 ponies, while barking exhaust fumes out of the Borla catback exhaust system. Fittingly, Shelby American is only planning to make 100 of the Centennial edition. They'll cost you $50K on top of the price of the car. My first thought was, although this is an awesome car, who would really buy this with the S650 just around the corner? Then I continued down the article and saw that all 100 cars were already sold out in 4 days. Really? You guys can't help yourselves, can you? You may be one of the lucky ones, but for the rest of us normal folk, I'll just read the specs here so we can live vicariously through you, you lucky dogs. Shelby American is adamant that the upgrades are more than just a boost in horsepower figures. The front fenders are wider. The stock wheels are replaced with 20x11 Shelby wheels, and the stock rubber was swapped for 305/30/20 Michelin Pilot Sport 4S performance tires. I've had those, they're pretty awesome, providing much more stick. The Shelby vented hood increases airflow, while the Shelby Performance radiator handles cooling. The suspension is redone, adding performance anti-roll bars and springs, as well as adjustable camber and caster plates. Additionally, donor cars that show up without the Ford Performance Pack get Performance Pack brakes for the front axle. As usual, they spared no expense, and that shows up in the hefty price tag. Visually, the Shelby American left no stone unturned. The Shelby name adorns each wheel, the upper grille, both door sill plates, the floor mats, the top of the hood, your forehead, your nightmares, etc. I mean, look at this sexy badge. It literally exudes authority. Dear Santa, okay? Just kidding. Spoiler alert, Santa's not real. Sorry, Libbies.
By the way, if you're new here and you like Mustangs, motorcycles, and man tech, hit the subscribe, comment, like, share. Be sure to shop the awesome product selection on my Amazon storefront.
And follow all of my other commands so that my life can be improved. Fox News reports on a secret Mustang iteration that's looking hot so far. Drift racer and playboy Vaugh Gittin JR's RTR Vehicles has gotten its hands on one of the new pony cars, that's right, the S650, and wants to know what should we do with it. Vaugh, more torque, please. I find the S650 to be devoid of torque. Anyway, RTR is short for Ready to Rock, and the self-proclaimed professional fun-havers mantra. And I'm sure that's what they're gonna do with this car, boys. Let's rock. The Concord, North Carolina-based custom car and parts company posted an image of the car covered in a black and white camouflage pattern to disguise the details of what they're up to. Exciting. RTR currently offers several upgrades for the Mustang that range from body kits inspired by Gittin's Formula D race cars to performance upgrades that improve the car's handling and increase its power to as much as 750 horsepower. Guys, what's up with the 750 horsepower ratings? Can I get a 751 at least? So I could maybe ever so slightly pull a little bit farther ahead than all the other Mustangs on the planet? Anyway, Gittin is a member of the Ford Performance Racing Team and has an inside line to its products. Ford even offered a limited run of 500 factory-backed Series 1 Mustang RTR cars in 2018, and it was hot. And as you would expect, it rocked. RTR's car is gonna be a GT, duh, and we'll likely see it after the S650 launch this summer. Okay, this week's Snowflake of the Week goes to leftist farmers who want to put diapers on cows to stop global warming. Seriously, this is seriously a thing. Fox News reports on this utter madness. A Tennessee farmer, Stephanie Nash, condemned the idea of forcing cows to wear masks and diapers to contain their methane emissions, saying the people who came up with the idea have gone to Looney Town. You don't say. French dairy giant Danone announced in mid-January it is considering putting masks on cows to trap their burps in an effort to reduce methane emissions. To reduce methane emissions by 30% come 2030. In the future, cows could also be forced to wear diapers to trap their flatulence. Danone, you want to stop cow burps? You want to stop cow burps. Nash put a mask on one of her cars during the interview. Nash put a mask on one of her cows during the interview to test the theory, but explained she's not having it and is struggling to breathe. Okay. The left's idiocy has to stop. It literally has to stop. Masks and diapers on cows? Lefties, do you know what a joke you are making yourselves out to be? Okay, I know the EPA thinks that animal poopies are bad for the environment, but newsflash, animals have been pooping and peeing and doing everything else, including huge dinosaurs, by the way, for thousands of years. They've been pooping all over the planet. I mean, can you imagine the emissions on a brachiosaur taking a dump after a long day of munching on a pepper plant? Is a pepper plant a thing? Anyway, maybe the lefties went back in time and killed off the dinosaurs to save the planet. Anyway, as always, good on you, Libbies, for making this segment so easy. Danone, you win the Snowflake of the Week. Car Scoops reports one Mustang driver recently pulled off a bait and switch on Arkansas State Troopers. A video here shows the driver pull over for the police and then have a cordial conversation before he smokes the tires and leaves the officers in the dust. Within 30 seconds from the moment that the driver begins to run, the Mustang is so far out of sight that it's long since left the view of the camera. In fact, as far as we can see, it never comes back into view. Of course, that doesn't stop the officers from attempting to chase it down at speeds of 130 miles an hour. The police couldn't catch up. Score 1 for the power of Mustang, but -1 for your license plate being on camera. Come on, guys, don't run from the police. It never works. Roughly 3 minutes into the chase, the police begin to come across a number of 18-wheelers blocking much of the road, and by the 4-minute mark, the trucks aren't moving over fast enough to allow the police to continue the chase. The police call off the chase, and that's that. Good on the officers for making the call to play it safe and live to fight another day. They have your license plate. Don't run from the police. Road and Track reports on an auto innovation I find to be epic. ZF's heat belt is the only new car tech that matters. And as the name suggests, is a heated seat belt. I want one yesterday. ZF, the German supplier you probably know best for automatic transmissions, just unveiled what is possibly the greatest automotive innovation since variable drive timing. You know, that's debatable, but the optimist in me says, shut up, pessimist. Heated seat belts. The heat belt is essentially just a conventional automotive seat belt with heating conductors woven into the fabric. It functions exactly the same as a regular belt, other than the whole heating thing, which means it could be easy for manufacturers to implement. ZF actually argues that the heat belt is safer than a regular seat belt, as it encourages car occupants to take off their coats and other layers. A belt closer to the body is more effective than a seat belt over a big jacket or sweater, they say. ZF says the heat belt can heat up between 96.8 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit. While this seems like an obvious feature for luxury cars, ZF says it's perfect for EVs. An engineer who worked on the Chevrolet Bolt once told me that it's much more efficient to heat car occupants by direct contact, aka heated seats, heated steering wheel, etc., than by using an HVAC system. The energy required to run the heat, or air conditioning for that matter, can decrease the EV's range significantly, whereas heated surfaces use comparatively less. The idea of the heat belt is that used in conjunction with other heated objects, it will keep passengers warm enough that they can lower the HVAC system, thereby increasing range. ZF says the heat belt can benefit range by 15%, and while that seems like more than you get in the real world, every little bit, especially in the cold, helps. Trust me, our Mach-E tanks in the wintertime. I'm getting like 220 miles in the summertime, and that's down to like 160 in the wintertime. Now, I've heard people talking about heated floor mats, heated pedals, and more, and I just had an epiphany. Wouldn't it be even better if we found a way to heat up all the air around us? Oh wait, that's called a heater! But seriously, I do want me some of those heated seatbelts. Anyway, if you like this news video, please hit the thumbs up and drop a comment below, and always remember the motto, always be kinder than necessary, and I will see you in the next one.